Technically and theoretically, there are many possible causes, including moisture content, including the type of the minerals which are there, which lead to the landslide, the holding capacity of the subsoil, rainfall, then volcanic activity, microseismicity. All these considerations are there when we look at these landslide. But I always wondered that since we have limestone caves, Barapeda caves, we have Krishnapur area, all that we call in this part of Goa, we get what is known as the Sattari limestone, and that was catalogued by Geological Survey of India. Now, when we say limestone, then we know that limestone is nothing but mineralized, crystallized calcium carbonate. So we do not have marble here, but we have some sort of, the calcium carbonate mineralization in this limestone. And that calcium carbonate mineralization and other compounds may be there. I have not done a detailed analysis of this, and I have asked for the samples of Barapeda caves and Krishnapur caves and other Maharashtra and Karnataka region also, because I am interested if it is all from marine environment, then it's possible that we may try to identify some ancient marine fossils and chemofossils as well, and that would help us to build a chronological sequence of the evolution of this entire Mahadayi river basin. So basically I was looking at the landslides as a challenge for the local geophysicists and people who study geodynamics and tectonics and microtectonics and geological tectonics, continental drift and things like that, and those who have seen the papers which link up this whole area. Mahadayi River Basin area definitely was once part of Gondwana before separation, and I'm very sure that the part which we are showing as Mahadayi River Basin was once attached almost to the eastern coast of Madagascar island. And a lot of studies have been done about stratigraphic sequence and rock formations of eastern Madagascar. Huge number of papers have been done, and comparisons have also been made between the west coast of India, western Dharwad Craton, and the what are known as the rock formations and cratons in Madagascar and East Africa, Seychelles, and that was all composite, and they all drifted. It would have been very interesting to study this in slow motion, that how these huge landmasses got drifted and now have fallen apart. Madagascar has drifted 6,000 kilometers towards the southwest, and India has moved upwards towards north in the direction of Tibetan Plateau, and it's still moving. Indian peninsular mass, subcontinental mass, and in the process, I believe that this whole issue of tectonics of Mahadayi River Basin has not been given due consideration, although we are assured by experts that it is seismically stable zone, etc., etc. But we were also assured by previous experts, seismologists, that we don't have to fear much from Koina Dam induced seismicity. But we know what happened in 1967 when a massive earthquake took place. But it took place after several years of storage of water in Koina Dam reservoir. Then we were also assured Killari earthquake, nobody had predicted it. There were textbooks which were often claiming that Deccan peninsular basalt shield is massive outflow of lava, and what can happen there, because it is thick, kilometers of thick lava that is called Deccan Plateau, and one of the giant basaltic province on planet Earth, and it was supposed to be stable, and it was seismically also supposed to be very stable, and very few large intensity earthquakes were earlier reported from that region south of Vindhyas. So many of the earthquakes we know regularly, they come in an arc right from Iran to extends to, you can see, Myanmar and further, and everybody knows that Nepal earthquake, Bihar earthquake, all these earthquakes are occurring because of the Indo-Tibetan plate and Indian plate. That collision, little the friction will cause release of energy leading to big earthquake. The question mark is this landslide, what induced it? Because landslide means huge, that it needs a trigger. So I'm looking at the smoking gun. What could be? I asked Mr. Badami. We had a long conversation, and he has never deterred me and he has never discouraged me. He knows that I'm a microbiologist, I'm a life scientist. But he also seen that what work professionally we did for two important master plans. That is, one is Mahadayi Mandavi master plan, which we prepared in 6 volumes, almost 2-3,000 pages, and second one was for Zuari, Tapana, and Galjibagh, another 1,000 pages with all maps, charts, everything. So naturally, he knows that we had the capacity in those years, 20 years back, to understand hydrological, hydrographical, all these issues, and we also had studied the geology of all these Zuari Basin, Mahadayi Basin, Tapana, Galjibagh Basin, and we had taken into consideration various other aspects also of constructing projects there. Now the only question mark here is that how do we go about understanding and studying the instabilities, slope instabilities in Mahadayi Basin inside Goa?